reports residents along Old Spanish Trail in Slidell got the brunt of the tornado. Josh Robertson spoke with residents dealing with the aftermath.
We're off of Old Spanish Trail here, actually standing behind a church where the church has had its roof ripped off, almost all of the roof ripped off really, and it's laying all around me in pieces. And as Miles zooms out, you really be able to see the scope. This entire yard here behind this church just littered with debris, and the homes and buildings that are nearby on Old Spanish Trail, you can tell really just by kind of looking at it where that tornado really impacted the most buildings and the most residents because it passed through the area. And Miles, now panning over, we wanted to show, because it's really just kind of struck us, this tree that's sitting here painted pink with that fiberglass insulation, again, coming off of that roof. And, you know, all this came off the roof. And then, as you mentioned, too, it just continued to rain and rain and rain even after the fact. And so it took crews, it's been taking crews a little while to assess all the damage. Really this morning, with it being so clear out here and a cooler feel, you know, residents have been able to come out of their doors and really get a real serious look at the damage that they're going to need to really take care of now. And we spoke to several residents who live nearby here, too, just walking us through those moments, or really just minutes, as that tornado passed over, because we know that that's the difference between a thing like a hurricane and a tornado, is that tornadoes, you don't know if and when they're even going to hit, and when they do, it only takes a matter of minutes.
Then you get out and see all the results of all the damage, and I realized that I drove down the street and it was nothing, no damage, and then seconds later, I mean, everything's destroyed.
Yeah, yesterday afternoon we started cutting trees because we couldn't get out right by my house. I couldn't go either way. There had trees blocking all the streets. So people started coming with chainsaws, and we just started cutting and moving them out the way.
And again, those utility crews just out here about a block away from us on Old Spanish Trail, and the damage really goes from about here all the way down to Highway 11 and kind of the historic district of Slidell, and hundreds of buildings, homes, businesses, all damaged from what we know is at least one tornado. National Weather Service going to be out here also assessing the area around Slidell to really determine once and for all if it was more than one tornado and how strong it actually was. And again, they've been getting calls, I'm sure, all morning. A lot of down power lines. It's going to be some time before that power gets back on, but in the meantime, crews are just going to be working to clear up their streets. But we'll send it back to you now.